Okay, you can hear me, right?
Yes.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Om Shuklam Bharadram Vishnum Sashivarnam Shadabhujam Prasanna Vadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye Yasyatma Bhutasya Guru Prasadhat Aham Vimuktoshmi Sharira Bandhat Sarvopadeshu Purushottamasya Tasyan Giri Pradama Parato Osmi Nityam Prahlada Narada Parasara Pundarika Vyasamrisha Sukha Saunaka Bhishma Dalbyan Rukmanga Udhava Vibhishana Palgunadin Punyanimam Parama Bhagavatam Namami Janmadi Asya Yato Anvaya Idrasya Abhignya Swarat Tene Brahma Hritaya Adi Havaye Mukhyantiyaha Suraya Tejo Vari Mrita Meta Vinimayo Yatat Visargvamrisa Dhamna Svena Sada Nirasta Koham Satyam Param Dhimahi Dharma Prochita Kaitava Atra Paramo Nirmasaranam Satam Vedyam Vastavam Atra Vastu Sivadan Tapatrayon Molanam Srimad Bhagavate Maha Munikrit Kim Va Parir Ishvaraha Sadyo Hridi Avarudyate Atra Kritibihi Sushrutubi Sakshanat Nihama Kalpataror Galitam Palam Sukamukat Amritam Driva Samyuktam Bhivata Bhagavatam Rasamale Muraho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavukaha Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayet Vasudheve Bhavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitah Janayati Asu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayagat Ahituham Shunvatam Sakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanah Hridayantastohi Abhadrani Vidunoti Sukrit Satam Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhavati Uttamasloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtaki Vasudheva Para Veda Vasudheva Para Makaha Vasudheva Para Yoga Vasudheva Para Kriyaha Vasudheva Param Jnanam Vasudheva Param Tapah Vasudheva Paro Dharmo Vasudheva Para Gatihi Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranamo Dukkha Shamanastam Namami Harim Param Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So we saw last week that Paundraka, who is known as Paundraka Vasudeva, was imitating like Krishna, and he claimed himself to be Krishna, actual Krishna, original Krishna. But then Krishna defeated him. After that happened, Parishit Maharaj was asking Shukadeva Goswami, can you please tell me something more about Balaram? I like to know more about Balaramji. Is there any pastime that you can share about Balaram? And this chapter is 67th chapter in Srimad Bhagavatam 10th Canto. Bhuyo aham shrotram ichchami Ramasyadbhuta karmanaha Anantasya preme yasya yat anyat kritvan prabhu. The Parashah said, I'd like to hear more about Balaram. Can you please tell me what else is there? There are many things that's been spoken about Krishna and Balaram, but Bhagavatam says few things. One of the story that Sukadeva Goswami narrates here is Narakasya Saka Kaschit Dvivido Nama Vanaraha Sugriva Sachivaha Saya Atha Brata Mindasya Viryavan. Now Sukadeva Goswami is narrating, going to tell a story about a ape, monkey story, right? Monkey story is this ape, more than a monkey. That his name was Dvivida, and he had a good brother, Mind, and they had a good friend together whose name was Narakasura. It's quite interesting how they were. But you'll be surprised to know that the Dvida is should be familiar for those who read Ramayana or heard Ramayana. Dvivida and Mahinda are one of the key people who were helping Ramachandra in finding Sita, Mother Sita, and also building the bridge across the ocean to Lanka. Um, but in this yuga, in Krishna, where Krishna and Balaram were present, unfortunately, Balaram has to have to kill Dvivida. It's a quite interesting thing. We'll see as we go through the story here. So Dvivida was good friend of Narakasura. That's where the hint is. If you have not noticed where the problem is, so that's where the problem is. So he had some friend. He had a friend who was a Narakasura, Asura. That means he was not a good guy, good friend. So Dvivida was literally very arrogant, and he was really giving hard time to many of the neighbors around him, neighboring cities. He was setting fires, burning the cities and villages, and kidnapping men and women, and doing all sort of nasty things. He used to tear open the mountain and go to the ocean, and with his powerful arms, disturb the ocean. So he was doing all sort of crazy, churning the ocean crazy, doing crazy things around. Not only that, he used to go to the hermitage of the rishis and do abominable things, where the yagya is going on the yagya, he spits on the yagya, he vomits on the yagya, he does a lot of nasty things on the yagya, and it was really creating a lot of disturbance by him. So he was behaving like this, and then he catch hold of all the men and women of the place where they live, like insects. You catch the insect. Don't try to catch the insects, by the way. It's not good. But he catches everyone like an insect and put them and throw them into the cave and close the cave. Bold it, close it forever. So this is what he was just doing everywhere. And not only that, he was doing bad things to the women from the respectful families. And one day, as he was just walking and doing all these nasty things, he was hearing some sweet songs coming from a distance, from a mountain called Raivataka. There was a mountain called Raivataka. He was hearing some sweet melody, nice songs over there. He got attracted, even monkey gets attracted to some nice songs. So you see that. So he was just attracted to the sweet song. So he was following the sound, where the sound was coming from. And he was there. And from a distance over there, he could see that a lot of girls were there along with Balaram. Balaram with Revati, his consort, and many other girls were also there. They were sporting over there near the water over there, and they were singing songs, and it was so nice and sweet. But then the envious people, jealous people, they don't like when other ones are happy in life, right? There are people who does not like when you smile, when you be successful in your life, when you're happy. They don't like. There are characters like that. They are called in our language para sukha dukis, the reverse of what actually one's supposed to be, right? That means when para means others are suffering, you become happy, and then when others are happy, you become sad. Oh, Mahati is smiling. Oh, maybe she's very happy in life. Oh my God, like that. All right. So this man, this ape, who was seeing that Balaram was so happy and the girls were so happy and they were singing songs and all sort of things there, that he didn't like it. He didn't like it. So what he did was he climbed up the tree and then jumped down and then started making some funny faces to the girls over there. You know how the monkeys makes faces, right? Only Mahati is here, so only she's going to show me the face how monkey makes. Can you show some face how monkey makes some crazy faces, funny faces? Don't worry, even if you make that, you're very sweet to look, nice to look, you won't look ugly. Do something. No, you may turn off your video if I say too much. Then like, oh, anyway. So for me, it's not a hard thing to do because naturally for my face is like that. So I can't imitate like monkey because naturally my face is like that. So don't ask me to do it. So this Vivida was going in front of those young girls and making all sort of crazy, funny faces to them. And they started laughing. They thought it's fun. When you go, you watch a monkey jumping and, doing all sort of circus and everything, you start enjoying, right? You have fun. They thought this is also nice fun. The monkey is making them happy doing something, but they didn't know that it's actually teasing them, right? It's teasing them. They didn't realize until what that ape did was turned his back and it ding 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 ding, something like that, showed his back and did something bad like that. Then Balram, watching this, became very, very furious, very angry. Then he understood something is not good with this ape. He doesn't seem to be a normal ape. He is come here for some agenda. But at the time, Balram was really in a different mood altogether. He was having some nice drink. Drink doesn't mean that what you get, alcohol or things, but a special drink that Balram likes to drink, especially on Balram Jayanti. We all make it our temple also. That is not alcohol. It is something very sweet. Varuni, it's called. So that's what is Balram likes, and he drinks. He drinks so much. Usually children, when the parents does not give sweet to the children in the night before they go to sleep. Is that right? Mahati, do you get? Why is not? No one is here. Oh, Diksha, you also turned off your video. Richisa, you all should turn on your videos so I can see. Otherwise, it's just going to be, I've been targeting only Mahati all the time. Then she will go off also. Turn off the video. Help her. All right. Thank you, Richisa. So does your parents also do the same thing? They don't give sweet in the night time before you go to sleep? Sugary items, candy, or any of those things?
They don't give it much to us.
They don't give much to us. You know why they don't give?
A while, basically.
Okay. Do you know why usually they say not to take too much of sugar, candies, and things like that?
I think there's two reasons. The first reason is you might get cavities in your teeth. And the second reason is you might get diabetes and those things.
All right. Certainly, I don't think kids will have problem, but I mean, yeah, your parents are telling whatever, it's very good. And the third reason is also, one other reason is you become super active when you take sugar, super active. Therefore, usually, sweets are not, it's avoided during the night time before you go to sleep. You don't want to be active in the night, right? You want to be little sober and tamokuna, in other words. So now Balram had so much of Varuni, and then he thought, what's happening here? This monkey is behaving like a real monkey behavior. So he went to the ape, and then when he saw Balram was coming there, the ape started doing his business. He started pulling the tree off from the ground. He pulled the tree off from the right, took it out the root, and I started throwing on Balaram. And Balaram, without any effort, he just removed. He just did like this, and he just went and fell off somewhere else. Then the monkey started throwing rocks, taking the rocks and throwing things. Right? And Balaram also was giving a fight. There was an equal fight was going on, to and fro. So much was going on. And then this ape thought that, okay, let me do something. It took a big tree and took like this and banged on the head of Balram. When something falls on our head, what do you say? You scream out, right? However you scream, whatever the language you speak, accordingly you scream with certain things, right? Even when you're getting hurt, how do you have to scream? Richisa, how do you scream when you got hurt or something happens to you? How do you scream? Yeah.
I scream really loud.
Can you just show? I mean, scream and show. How do you do that? Well, your brother is there. He can help you do something so you can scream. No.
You scream your loudest. Oh, no.
How do you scream, Ananda? Oh, you scream now? I didn't hear that. Okay. So, but you did scream, right? Oh. Wow. Mahati, how do you scream when something happens to you?
I scream like 1 minute.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, you can't tolerate the pain. You scream out, right? Right. So, yeah, but even, screaming can be made devotional. Do you know how? When you want to scream, not doesn't make any sound, no meaning at all. When you make all those different sounds, rather just call Krishna, Govinda, like that, right? Next time when you get hurt or something happens, just scream Krishna's name, right? Now, Mahati, with the same speed, how you scream Krishna's name? Do it.
Krishna!
Krishna. Okay, right. So when this ape threw the big tree on the head of Balram, Balram did not feel anything. He was just motionless. Nothing happened to him. He is Balaram, right? What is going to happen to him? Nothing. Rather, the thing that fell on Balram's head just got into 2-3 pieces and fell off. That much strong he was. But then Balram took his club, Gada, Sananda. His name was Sunanda. So he took and he started fighting with the Dvivida. Dvivida also was equally giving that fight to him. So both were going on to and fro. And finally, Balram thought this is good enough. Enough of playing with this monkey. Let's finish, end the story. So he went and gave a blow on the collarbone of this Dvivida, like it heavily. And then Vivida collapsed, vomiting blood, and his eyes popped out. Tongue came out, everything came out, and he just fell off the ground. And all the devatas from the sky, and they all became very happy because he was giving really a hard time. So Divivida was finished at that time. And everyone said, Jai, Jai, Balram Ji ki, Jai, Balram Ji ki, Jai. So after killing Divida, and Balram returned back to his capital. That ends chapter 67, and we are going to get into chapter 68, marriage of Samba. Not Sambar, it's Samba. Don't add R to the end and make it as a food. Samba is Krishna's son, okay? By the way, Samba. Samba, Jambavati. Samba is son of Jambavati. So Jambavati's son was young and very handsome. So one day what he did was he went to Hastinapur and did something quite interesting. Like a father, like son. Father did something, son did the same thing. What he did was he went to Hastinapur, and Duryodhana had a very, very, very pretty looking girl, daughter, very pretty looking girl. And Samba went there and then kidnapped that girl. Her name was Lakshmana. Lakshmana, not Ram Lakshman. That's Lakshmana. This is Lakshmana. It's also a feminine girl's name. So he went and captured, kidnapped when the Swayamvar, when the marriage thing was happening. That time he went and kidnapped Lakshmana. Then imagine what will happen to Duryodhana and the party, Karna and everyone. They become very angry. They said, get ready, catch this guy. How dare he can do this? He's a young boy. How dare he can come and do this to us? So they all gathered together with great anger, and they went chasing Samba. And Samba was also giving equal fight. He just took a bow and arrow and started fighting with Karna, Duryodhana, all those who are just following him. And Karna was telling, stop, you little kid. How dare you can do this one? He's not kid, by the way. Kid will not go and kidnap a girl like that, right? So he was just talking like that. You, how dare you can do this one? And then Samba also stood there and was giving equal fight. As they were fighting, they could not really. Samba was really fighting so well, but finally, what happened is they destroyed the chariot. They destroyed everything that Samba had, and Samba had to come to the ground and start fighting. At the time, they all came back, and somehow or the other, with great difficulty, they caught hold of Samba. They caught hold of Samba and tied him. They tied him and took him back to Hastinapur to tie him and put him into the prison. And they all in Dwaraka, they were waiting for Samba. What happened? Where is Samba? He didn't come. Well, the news came to Krishna, Balaram, and everyone. Samba has been arrested. What? Who did that one? Duryodhana and Pati. They arrested. Really. So Krishna became very angry, very, very angry. And then he said, let's go attack Hastinapur. And Balram said, wait. Slow down. Krishna, slow down. It's not that always we have to fight to win an argument, win and get a justification. There are many ways that we can do. We always think that is the only way to prove ourselves or teach someone good lesson is by going and fighting with them, right? It is not needed. We can also have a conversation, right? So Balram was saying that don't get angry, don't react to the situation. I will go there and do the needful. And Krishna said, okay, brother, you take care of it. And over there, Balram got ready and he went accompanied by some family elders and brahmanas, everyone to Hastinapur. And as he went to Hastinapur, he was stood there outside of the city and then told Uddhava to go and inform that Balram has come. Uddhava went there joyfully and informed that Balram is waiting outside to come see you. And everyone became happy. They like Balram more than Krishna. Hastinapur Vasis, they like Balram more than Krishna because Balram plays a neutral role, but Krishna seemed to be playing always towards Pandavas. It's quite obvious. So they have liking of Balram than Krishna. So they said, oh, Balramji is come, he's our good friend. Let's go invite him. And they all went there and then invited him and gave him the proper respect. Whatever a guest comes, one has to give a proper, there are certain things one has to give, especially someone who's elder by age also, by knowledge, we have to give respect, proper respect. It's not that they come home and they themselves come inside, they themselves find a place to sit, they themselves find water to drink, they themselves ask, is there anything to eat? It's not like that. The host should really, really, really take care as if God has come to their house. Our God has come to their house. And one should not tell that, you never told me that you're coming to my house, Prabhuji, Mataji. Otherwise, I would have made something really nice. That is an excuse also. It doesn't matter. Whatever we have at home, we have to give the best to the guest when they come home. So likewise, Duryodhana and Pati was really giving a proper respect when Balram came. They bowed down to him. They treated him well. In fact, they washed his feet, and all those things happened. And they were sitting and talking together. You see, Balram immediately did not come and fight. Quite interesting. It's really quite interesting. When in Ramayana, Rama and Lakshmana were in Kishkinda, outside the Kishkinda, and Sugriva became the new king of Kishkinda, and then waited for 4 months. Rama and Lakshmana were waiting for 4 months for the season to get over, the rainy season to get over, so that they can start looking for Mother Sita. At that time, there was no news from Sugriva. Why? Because he was totally into enjoyment. He became a king now. He had wives. Now he started enjoying life. He forgot his promise. So Rama told Lakshmana, what happened to Sugriva? He's not back yet. He's supposed to keep up his promise to find Sita. And what's going on with Sugriva? And Lakshmana said, Lakshmana is a personality where he's just not in Ramayana, especially. He said, he took his sword like this and said, Rama, my dear brother, let me go finish Sugriva. Lakshmana, all he knows is finish the matter. He doesn't compromise at all. First thing is go and fight, finish. And that Lakshmana who said, I'll go and kill Sugriva over there, that same Lakshmana here is Balaram. Over here, quite a completely opposite personality. He came here, he didn't show his anger. Rather, he sat there and then he was just dining with them. And then he was just saying, how are you all doing? What's happening with your life? How is the kingdom? How the citizens are doing? And then they were asking the same thing to Balram also. After everything was happened, then Balram started telling, I have a message for you all from King Ugrasena. King Ugrasena, right? He said, what is the message? This is what King Ugrasena said. He said that with undivided attention, you please all hear what King has said to you all, the message. Even though by irreligious means, several of you defeated a single opponent who follows the religious codes, still I am tolerating this for the sake of unity among family members. Because what happened by irreligious mean by adharma, they somehow or the other captured Samba. They shouldn't have done that one. Somehow by trick or some means, they captured him and put him into the prison. So Ugrasena was actually upset. He was a king. So he was by age also, he was so elderly. He should be respected. He said, I forgive you for the mistake that you have done. Whatever you have done. Why? Because we are all family members. So we have to forgive each other. This is something, a very important message that we should learn. The family members, but there are situations where family members make mistakes, but we should be in a position to also forgive them. So that is what has been told over here. Because we are family members, I forgive you for whatever you have done. And when this was told, the Kurus over there, they become very, very angry. They didn't like that statement. They said, how can a shoe, a person or a people who's equivalent to a shoe can take a position and come on the head of someone? How dare they can speak about Ugrasena and Yadavas, Krishna's family, right? He was this Kurus where some of these people are screaming and telling, how can a shoe can sit on someone's head? You people, that is he telling to Balaram. Jesse, imagine Balaram is hearing all this thing. They don't know what's going to happen, consequence. He said, how dare they are thinking equal to us? It is we have given them some bed, some cot, some place to live. Like for a beggars, you provide something. Like that, we Hastinapur Vasis, we are the kings. We have given something for you to survive. So Balram was just hearing, as he was hearing, his color was changing to red, right? How dare you can speak like this? And you are like, actually what we have done, the other person who was there sitting there is like, actually what we have done is a big mistake. We have actually poisoned these people. Like how, like we feed a snake by giving milk, actually the poison increases. That is what has happened to Yadavas. You people, we have fed you so much, like we fed the snake, is coming and biting us back, not having any gratitude. When Bhishma was hearing these things, then he became really, really, really raged. And he said, you people are intoxicated by pride, by your possession, by your wealth. You need proper punishment. You need proper punishment. Like how the animals sometimes are struck by the stick to bring them under the control. You people have to be controlled. You all are dull-headed bulls. This is quite interesting to see the conversation goes between Balram and the Kurus. And immediately Balram left that place and he came out. You know what it did? quite unimaginable thing. What he did, he has a plow. The plow, have you all seen the plow Balram carries, right? He did it. What he did was he just dashed on the ground and started pulling the ground, dragging. You know what happened? Quite interesting. While he was dragging, the whole Astinapur was trembling and shaking, and it was just moving forward.
Prabhuji, I know this story.
Yeah, very good. So he was just dragging towards Ganges to drown the Hastinapur into the Ganges. Just imagine the strength of Balaram. Strength of Balaram. So he was just dragging Hastinapur, ready to drag. It was just shaking the people, the citizen, everyone didn't know what to do. They were one baby was in the cradle, is just falling off like this. Another man was just putting his foot inside and it went into his ears because everything was shaking. One man went to go and sit on the chair, and chair was just, he fell off the ground. By the way, none of these things are in Bhagavatam. Don't go and check for whatever I said. It's all made up stories. Sometimes I do this one. So anyway, so the whole Astinapur was shaking, trembling, and they don't know what to do. And then understood what they have done is that big crime, mistake, offense to Balaram. They immediately unlocked, brought Samba out of the jail, and along with Lakshmana, Duryodhana's daughter, together brought and gave them to Balaram and fell at Balaram's feet, seeking for forgiveness. And please forgive. And they started glorifying Balaram's strength and how he is in expansion of Krishna. Unless and until we hit by something, we will not really get into the mood of proper prayers in life. Sometimes life goes very smooth and very nice, and then we think that it's nice, life is nice, no problem. And even sometimes our chanting, our prayerful mood, everything slackens slowly, because when the life becomes monotonous, it's just goes on the way it is, then there are chances that we become little lazy, lethargic in the things that we are doing. That time Krishna thinks, oh, my devotee is becoming little slow in his devotional service, so I need to wake him up. At that time, Krishna comes and slaps us on the face. Not literally. Something happens in our life where we wake up. Oh, we wake up again. We come back to our sense. Oh my God, Krishna, I made a mistake. So again, we come back to our routine of becoming more serious in our chanting, in our prayers, in our sadhanas, and in our services, so forth. Krishna does something to like this often to devotees as well, not to punish them, to bring them back to track. So like the Duryodhana and party, they came to their senses and fell at the feet of Balaram and then submitted their daughter along with Samba, and they became very happy. And Duryodhana is so much attached, loves his daughter so much, he gave many gifts as he was sending off his daughter along with Balaram. He gave, it is the Bhagavatam says here that 1,260 years old elephants. I don't know, maybe he kept track of birthdays of all the elephants. He knows what's the age of this elephant. So 1,260 years old elephant, and he also gave 120,000 horses, 6,000 golden chariots, along with 1,000 maid servants. And the maid servants were all having jewels, locket jewels around their neck, and they were all sent along with their daughter Lakshmana. And Balaram, along with Samba and Lakshmana, new daughter-in-law, they came back to the city, leaving Astinapur as it is. And when the new wedded girl came, the city again became very happy. They all celebrated the marriage and the event, and they became very, very joyful of this marriage. That is chapter 68. 69 chapter is quite very interesting. Of course, every chapter, every slokas is so very interesting. 69 chapter is another interesting chapter. But I'm going to pause here and open up for any discussions or questions or comments. I remember we gave an assignment of you all going to have a four-handed form of Vishnu. Did anyone do that? You did, Richisa? Where are your two hands? Additional two hands.
I wanted to ask a question.
You have a question. Okay, go ahead. Ask your question.
So, wait.
I'm
I forgot
waiting.
it.
Okay. When you remember, you can ask. Okay. Okay, Bhavya.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So, is it okay if I can share the slides and just have?
Oh, 1 second. Let's finish this one and then we can share the slide. Okay.
Sure, Prabhuji.
Okay. Rukmini, you did raise your hand, right? Any questions from your side?
No, Prabhuji, I just have some comments.
Oh, we haven't finished yet. You want me to finish it?
Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, is Samba like some people I don't know the source exactly, but is Samba like kind of like against Lord Krishna? He was a little bit inimical to Lord Krishna. Not inimical, I mean little bit against Lord Krishna. Samba.
Samba is son.
Yeah, his son.
Krishna's son.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never heard that one.
Yeah, I heard that, but I cannot tell you the authentic source about that. But I also got shocked about that Samba was a little bit against Lord Krishna. So I just wanted to confirm with you, like if
No,
it
I
is.
don't know. Seriously, I don't know. Never heard this one for
So
sure.
there is a serial came recently, regarding Radha Krishna. In that he was showing so many things of against Krishna, so many things. I don't know. It's misguiding. It's completely.
Yeah, I don't.
At least I never read from any of our Vaishnava commentaries anything stating like that. I don't know.
I heard about this thing actually, so that's why I got a little bit confused. Like, why would Krishna's son be like inimical to him? So,
I don't
thank
know,
you.
but I can tell you that shouldn't be surprised. I'm not supporting that because I don't know. But there's nothing to be surprised if it is the case. Nothing to be surprised because we are going to Narakasura is also Krishna's son. Was born from Varahadev by the touch of Varahadev to Bhuma Devi, Bhudevi. The son was born. Who was the Asura? Narakasura. He was totally, he's an Asura by nature. So I'm not supporting this because I don't know about Samba's situation, but I'm just saying whatever is possible, many things. Okay, anything else? Bhavya, is that your hand raised from previous thing or?
Yeah, Prabhuji is from previous.
Okay, go ahead and show the slide for these two chapters, please.
Sure. Just give me a second. I'm just gonna pull it up quickly.
Sure. So what is coming up next is 69th sloka. Narada makes a visit. Narada makes a visit to Dwaraka. And this is an interesting chapter where Narada himself gets bewildered by seeing what's going on in Dwaraka. Because he's going to visit Krishna and check out what is Krishna doing after a long time. It's going to come and see what is Krishna is doing here. What activities does it do? So he's going to go see Krishna, and he's going to go to Rukmini's house, Satyabhama's house, Jambavati's house, Satya's house, and so forth, different homes. Yes, Mahati.
I wanted to show something I did yesterday in school. I actually drew this by myself. I actually drew it all by myself.
Oh my goodness, is that you?
Yeah, I drew it by myself.
Unbelievable. Really so nice. Are you learning to draw?
No, Prabhuji, we did this in school.
It's really nice. It's very close.
Thanks.
Very close. Good job. Thank you for sharing. Nice.
Welcome, Prabhuji.
I like the portrait, Sai.
Prabhuji, can I share the slides?
Yeah, go ahead. We are waiting for you.
So I just had two quick slides here. As Prabhuji said, this is Divida Corella and Lord Baram is killing him. So, and here are some trees smashed on the side. As you can see in the picture, it's clearly stated that they actually fight with trees. Here, I cannot see any rocks over here, but I mean, this picture is close enough. And over here, Lord Baram is basically pulling down the Hastinapur. And as you can see, this is the river which is flowing. I'm not sure. Is it Yamuna? I don't know. But and here's Lord Baram. So here's portrait. So that's the slide property. I don't have any more slides than this.
Very good. The Bhagavatam says it's Ganges. Ganga.
Yeah, Ganges. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. It's a nice picture to see. Okay. I just thought I will stop here. If you all don't mind, we can continue